welcome back to day 15. So as I said yesterday, these couple are all from a similar time in a similar area, so our little holiday. And the previous day we'd been for a long walk. I was pretty tired because it was so hot and I was just really struggling with my fitness at this point, and it's quite hard to build up your fitness when it is that hot, and I was getting quite frustrated because I was thinking, oh great, now I'm recovered, I can work on my fitness and I can start doing all of these things, and isn't this wonderful? And then we got hit by like 3 weeks of the most glorious weather, which was incredible, but it really wasn't helping the sort of fitness building. So we decided to have a beach day. So the Singing Sands of Kentra is a beach, oh gosh, I don't really know how to describe where it is, but it's a lovely, lovely spot, and you have to do a walk to get there. It's not like a difficult walk by a healthy person's standard, but it was something that, a long COVID person wouldn't be able to do. So we did this and got to the beach, and that feeling you get when you walk down onto the beach and you get the kind of, it all opening out in front of you, and the sea and the waves sort of lapping on the beach, and it was quite a calm day, or the water was sheltered, I can't remember which, and it was just lovely, and it was so hot, and we took our shoes off on the sand and just walked across it in bare feet, and it just felt amazing. And the seriously cool thing about this spot is, the reason that it's called the Singing Sands is that when you kind of drag your foot through the sand, it makes this really cool noise that you don't get on regular sand. And I have no idea why. I'm sure Google could probably help me out here, but I don't know what it is. But it's just so cool. So we were just walking across this beach, kind of like making these noises, and our feet were kind of speaking to each other as we walked. And it was just so cool. So of course we had to go for a swim. And I think I started to freak out a little bit because I'm thinking, oh my goodness, are we getting into jellyfish season? And I have a huge fear of jellyfish. They just freak me out. So I was a little bit like, ugh! And you could see like the little ones. There were loads of them just on the edge of the water. So in order to actually get into the water, you had to kind of like step over all these teeny tiny jellyfish. But once you got out and you were sort of deep enough to be able to swim, there didn't seem to be any, thankfully, or none that got us anyway. But what was so incredibly cool were there these little tiny like shoals of tiny fish like swimming through the water. So you just kind of like look down at your feet and there'd be like minuscule little fish swimming between your feet. I don't know what the fish were, but they were just so cool. So it was an absolutely gorgeous day, an absolutely gorgeous spot, and this was me having a beach day. Like, I don't do that, or I didn't do that, and it was just lovely to be able to have like an easy day, but I didn't mind the easy day because I'd had some days that were a bit more hardcore, or hardcore for me at the time. So I think this was me realising that I'm quite happy to take time off and do much less and sort of rest it out a little bit, so long as I've had plenty of days where I have been able to sort of, really go for it, do more, get involved in stuff. So I seem to be very happy to do both ends of the spectrum, but I don't like doing the rest without the other stuff. I think that's what I struggled with so much when I was unwell. So it's interesting to kind of learn this about myself, that, me now, recovered me, quite enjoys doing nothing sometimes. So that was definitely a bit of a kind of revelation. So yeah, very cool place to swim though.